Vanakkam and good morning. It's almost the afternoon. Our sister, late SELVARANI KISTAN, will soon be arriving to this sanatorium. I will invite you to, as soon as they're coming in, to kindly rise. I would like to ask all those at the back, maybe Uncle Jogi, if you can get everybody into the hall now. On behalf of the family, we do extend our sincere apologies for the late start. We were observing a very important ritual at the home of our late Benoni. It is a ritual that could not be rushed. Now that we've concluded those rituals, we are now able to celebrate the life of our late Benoni together as family and friends. So this particular part of the ceremony is where we as family and friends will be paying our respects to the soul, praying that the soul rests in peace. More about the program will be shared as we proceed. For now, I ask you all to kindly rise.
Benoni
Thank you very much. You may be seated. We invite all of those that are sitting at the back. There's enough space in front if you'd like to. Dear family and friends, as I mentioned, for the rest of the afternoon and for this memorial service will be largely observed by the singing of sacred hymns, hymns that are dedicated to the Almighty in all His manifestations. This is, we say in our Hindu religion, that Isai, or music, is one of the easiest ways to realize the spiritual being. Songs sung with great devotion and love to any of the gods by all his names. Lord Ganesha, Amma, Muruga, Krishna, Swami, Jesus Christ, Allah, Buddha. Any song sung with great devotion makes one feel this beautiful feeling inside ourselves. That is the Atman, the spiritual self that we feel. And we say that therefore music is one of the easiest ways to attain the moksha of the Almighty, the peace of the Almighty. So we will be observing today's, this part of our ceremony through the singing of hymns. There will also be tributes that are shared by family and friends, describing Molly in all her glory, while she lived this earth and whilst we had the privilege of sharing the time with her. We will then be concluding the memorial service between 1:15 and 1:30, and that will be in a very punctual closure to the ceremony. I will now be inviting the service group to be rendering the sacred hymns. During this time, I'm going to invite you to come and offer your respects and tribute to our late Molly. And we're going to do this in a way that is really practical. We obviously want you to have special time with the family, but we kindly ask you to pay your respects as quickly as you can so we can get everybody a chance for them to observe and pay their last respects. So we'll first invite the immediate family to do that, and thereafter I'll invite my right of this sanctorium to come in a single line, and then you can pay your respects and then proceed to my left, or the left of where our late Molly lies in state.
Benoni,
Ladies and gentlemen, can you please be around so that we are able to go outside? Ladies and gentlemen, if there's one thing that our religion teaches us, is respect. And respect during a ceremony like this, where we are honoring a soul, where we are trying to generate divine energy through issei, music, through feelings, through tributes, the greatest disrespect you can offer is talking amongst yourselves and having conversations. I say this very respectfully, that having conversations during a memorial service for a departed soul is the greatest disrespect. In fact, it disturbs the energy in this place that we're trying to create as a temple. So I kindly ask you all, if you'd like to have a conversation, we've got time after the memorial service. Or I think there's plenty of space outside. Just take a walk outside. If you really want to have an important conversation, have those conversations outside, because we all know Molly, right? The special person she was, that kind, soft soul that showed so much of respect for family, for friends, as an educator. So let's honor her soul today. And we're going to start by offering tributes in her memory, and the first person that I'm going to call is our brother Segrin, who is the cousin of Vincent. Brother Segrin.
Good day, family and friends. I'm grateful to be given the opportunity to pay tribute to a remarkable woman, a friend, a sister-in-law, SELVARANI KISTAN Molly. Many years ago, I sat next to two elderly gentlemen who were sharing stories. Then there was silence. Now, to remember, these were both old gentlemen. And then one guy asked the other, "Tell me, we are both getting old and older. Are you afraid of death?" The other gentleman paused for a while and said, "I'm not afraid of dying. But there are two things I'm afraid of. One is of dying alone, and the other is not being remembered." This got me thinking, this guy is talking about me. That's what I am afraid of. And I'm sure if you guys think back or take some time out and think, that is what most people are afraid of. When you are gone, are you going to be remembered? Now, for the first part, during her illness, Molly had loved ones around her, and even in her passing. So the first part of many people's fear was answered. She had loved ones around her. Will she be remembered? I say unequivocally, yes. For she was a quiet, beautiful lady who left a lasting impression on whoever she met, especially family members. Before I share my memories, I want to give some context. Vincent and I are cousins. Cousins by birth, brothers by choice. We grew up in Grange, and Molly's family and my family lived in the same area, so we got to know each other. But I'm sure you guys have some idea where I'm going with this. Eventually, I became a conduit, a communication conduit between Vincent and Molly. So Vincent was not allowed to communicate directly to Molly. If you guys, family members will know, Molly had a fierce father and he was extremely protective of his girls. Because I was a neighbor, I was okay. I had the opportunity to go in and I was the inside man, as it were. And therefore, I share special memories that I will always treasure. These are some of the shareable memories. Molly excelled in everything that she did. She wasn't, after she was given permission to go out with Vincent, she started her driving lessons. And believe me, she was a great driver. So much so that I used to catch a lift with her to university. All right? Not that it was free, but we traveled together. And we traveled in Vincent's grey Ford Escort Sport, looking snazzy in the front seat. We both studied at UDW. I was ahead of her, but she adjusted to campus life way better than I did. I had many distractions in those days. She completed an honors degree in psychology and later became a distinguished educator. I will also remember the Friday afternoons when we finished our lessons early. We went to the movies. Vincent always left us some cash to go to the movies and meet him afterwards for a meal. You may not know this, and I tested it out with Navation today. Molly was an excellent swimmer. Many close family members won't know that. She didn't know how to swim, but she put her mind to it, and I remember I had to chaperone her to the Verulam swimming pool where she learned to swim and became a very good swimmer. In fact, one of her colleagues is here today, Ranjani, who also joined, I remember, in those swimming classes. I remember going to parties with Vincent and Molly. Molly was the graceful one. Vincent was not so graceful. But in a quiet and powerful way, she forged a dancing partner with Vincent and became graceful ballroom dancers. The power of persuasion. As you guys know, Molly always took care of her physical appearance, regular visits to the gym, always well-groomed, even when she was at home. Her hair, her clothing was always a fashion statement. Molly was also a good cook, by the way. I was privileged to taste her cooking when she just got married and was fortunate to see close to perfection later on in her life. But I think her greatest accomplishment was changing Vincent. I hope you don't mind me saying this, bro. He was a rough guy in his young days, but she used a quiet but effective power of persuasion to transform him into the best version of himself. I will always remember a kindness, a warm smile, a constant sense of warmth. I will remember a quiet and powerful personality. I could go on, but in the interest of time, I would like to close with an Irish blessing to Molly. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sunshine warm upon your face, the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Sivan. A lot of that did resonate, and I'm sure it resonates with many of us. But in your speech, you also called out someone that's very special in Molly's life, and that's Ms. Ranjani Nigel, who has joined us today. I'm going to invite her next to share her memories with Molly, the class of 10B.
Namaskaram, Vanakkam, Namaste, good day to all. I'm so sorry, but you're going to have to just bear with me. I was entrusted with 2 tributes today. One from our class, and one from a classmate who has relocated to the UK. So it might just be a little long. Okay, my tribute to Molly, our classmate, our friend, our sister. Dear Vincent, Gavin, Navyashin, and family, the Mount View Secondary 10B class of 1981 conveys our heartfelt condolences to you and your extended family and friends. We are all devastated by Molly's passing and share your grief and your pain at this very sad and difficult time. Molly was more than just a fellow classmate. She was a friend and our sister, an integral part of the 10B family. A family whose unshakable bond of friendship has endured over 50 years from when we all met at Mount View Secondary School in the 70s, going to grade 6. That bond grew and strengthened when we came together in Standard 8 or grade 10 as we know it now. And this made us even more stronger and more intimate by the subjects that we took as a class. Molly was part of our music class, and together we shared numerous fun-filled, melodious and memorable moments together. Memories that will forever be etched in our minds. She was quiet and unassuming in school, but deeply intelligent, thoughtful and caring, qualities and traits that she carried with her into adulthood and her profession as a special needs educator and manager. This is a sector that requires the utmost love and patience, and Molly was just the perfect fit, executing her duties and fulfilling her role with honor and distinction. Vincent, when you alerted us of Molly's illness and subsequent hospitalization, we were all deeply troubled and prayed for her recovery. Thank you, and thank you, Vijay, for your regular updates on WhatsApp and your positive messages in spite of Molly's deteriorating condition and the strain you must have been taking personally and as a family. You have always been a magnificent husband, standing by your wife steadfastly through good times and bad till death do you part. Thank you for taking such good care of our sister. We wish you and your family strength and fortitude in coping with the pain of your loss. Take comfort, though, in the knowledge that Molly is finally free from all pain and suffering and is now resting in the arms of her Maker. We are all here on a temporary basis, as Shakespeare would say. All the world's a stage, and all men and women are mere players. Molly has done her race, performed her worldly deeds with distinction, built a family as only a mother can, and leaves behind a lasting legacy. We will all miss you, dear SELVARANI, and we will never forget you. Rest well, our dear friend, our sister, until we meet again. From the class of 81, Mount View Secondary. Okay. This is from a very close friend, Manila. She was in our class, and like I said, she's now relocated to the UK. Message to our dear Molly. Today we gather to remember and celebrate the life of our dear Molly, a dear and cherished friend whose presence touched so many of us in profound and lasting ways. Molly and I shared a friendship that began in our school days at Mount View High, a time filled with laughter, learning, and memories that have stayed close to my heart ever since. I often think back to those days, especially the moments spent in the music classroom, where friendships deepened and joy seemed effortless. Those years laid the foundation for a bond that would grow and endure through every season of our life. Our journey continued through many meaningful years at the University of Durban, Westville, where we shared not just studies, but our lives, our dreams, challenges, milestones, and countless treasured memories. We walked alongside one another through so much, including special moments of planning and preparing our weddings, a season filled with excitement, love, and hope for the future. Molly was a very quiet, humble, and very graceful person, but her gentleness carried great strength. She was a wonderful friend, a devoted wife, a loving mother, a caring sister, and a proud grandmother. Her love for her family was at the center of everything she did, and it shone through in her actions more than words ever could. Although my family and I have moved to relocate to the UK, it was wonderful to keep in touch with Molly through our friendship 10B class group. It is through this group that I had learned about Molly's health challenges, and I deeply admired Molly's strength and bravery, especially in the way she faced her health challenges. She met adversity with courage, grace, and resilience, never allowing hardship to define her spirit. Her love for keeping fit, going to gym, and staying healthy reflected her determination and appreciation for life. She also found joy in dancing, an expression of warmth, her vitality, and her quiet joy. Above all, Molly's wonderful spirit lives on in her family. While she is now at peace and free from pain, her love, values, and strength continue through those she leaves behind. She will remain forever in our hearts and minds. Today we send our deepest love and strength to her beloved husband Vincent, to her children and grandchildren, and to her siblings. May you find comfort in the beautiful memories you shared and in the knowledge that Molly's life was one of meaning, love, and quiet inspiration. Rest peacefully, our dear Molly. You will never be forgotten. From Anila and family in the UK. For those of you who don't know me, Molly and I we're best friends right through school and university. And like Sivan just said, her father was fierce, very, very strict. And so was my brother. And you know, I just need to share at least one memory with you. You know, at school, we were very, very timid, very quiet. When it was excursions, and like I said, her dad was just as strict as my brother. We were never allowed to go on excursions. And because we were so naive and innocent, we just went to school and sat there the whole day, not realizing that we could bunk school or go to the movies, right? We just sat in class the whole day, the two of us. And her home was the one home my brother allowed me to stay. And I think that was because her dad was just as strict as he was. So he knew that we could get up to no nonsense. But when we went to university, Vincent, I'm so sorry, I don't know whether Molly told this to you, but we dared to have some sort of courage. Although we had transport going to university, you know, we had transport, plus there was a bus. We used to see all these people hiking, young students, just like us. And we wanted to be brave, and we attempted it. And you all know how beautiful Molly was, right? So there was no chance of nobody stopping for us. Yeah. So a gentleman did stop. We were scared, like real scared. And I think he saw it on our faces. And believe me, he told us he belonged to Hell's Angel. And I told you we were very naive. We didn't know what Hell's Angel was. We didn't know who what angel was. We just knew that we were damn scared. And was he going to take us home safely? But thank God, I think because of the fear that showed on our faces, yes, he took us home. But I made sure I go with Molly to her home, and we both jumped off together. And that was the last of us being brave. Okay, we actually had to go to university the next day to find out what was Hell's Angels. Molly, as you take your last trip, my doll, my sweetheart, my best friend, may this be a safe journey for you. There'll be no Hell's Angels on the way. Just your mom and dad taking you to the safest place where you will attain your eternal moksha. Go well, rest well. Bye.
Thank you, Ravani, for sharing those memories, and I'm sure Vincent, he does recall all of those things in a special way. Safura Jadbaran was Molly's supervisor and deputy principal at the school where she was head of department. I'm just going to, in the interest of time, I'm going to only read just one of the paragraphs, Vincent, if it's okay, from that. Meticulous in her appearance and work she undertook as an educator, that is how I remember Molly, as she was affectionately called. She had confidence in her abilities, and within her there was a burning desire to achieve amidst all obstacles, the goals and the dreams she had set for herself. Hence, the promotion to the head of department came to fruition. Like we all said, she was soft-spoken and patient with her learners, always with a smile and a hug. And when one needed Molly, it was Molly who quietly understood the needs of those around her and was there to support them. We will now have another two bhajans. During this time though, because of the time we have, as mentioned, we've got a program to get through, and you've got to bear with me and be patient with us as a family. We're going to ask you to please, the rest of us that didn't have a chance to come and offer your tributes, to do so. But can we greet the family later? so we can get through everybody that's here. We still got a few more tributes to, important tributes to pay to Molly, which we want to get through. So we'll sing 2 more bhajans. I'll ask my brother, who was coordinating our guests and our family and friends that are coming through, to please do so now, and we'll get through the rest of the tributes to be paid. family, we're part of the SAST temple in Belgium. This is a message from them. We are deeply saddened by the passing of SELVARANI, and on behalf of the chairman, trustees, and members of the SAST temple Belgium, as well as my own family being very remotely, I extend my heartfelt sympathies and condolences to you and your loved ones. The Raghavan Ramsamy family has been dear friends of our temple, and we've been privileged to share in their spiritual journey, including their participation in the annual 10-day festival prayers. My heart goes out to you during this incredibly tough time, and we pray that Ganesha's blessings give you and the family the strength to navigate the loss. I will now be inviting their immediate family, first led by our Molly's two sons, Naresh and Gavin, who will offer their tribute.
Thanks for each and everyone coming today to celebrate my mom's life. Losing a mother means losing a constant. A person who has shaped your earliest days with love, strength, and sacrifice. My mom was a kind of person who made a house feel like a home, not through fancy things or grand gestures, but through her presence. She had a quiet strength, the kind that held everything together, even when life wasn't easy. The kind that didn't shout, but always showed up. She led with compassion, and the people around her felt it. I will miss you, Mom. I miss how you made me feel. You believed in me, especially when I didn't believe in myself. You didn't have to say much, but just being in the same room with you made me feel safe. That was my mom, quietly devoted, fiercely loving, always kind. Her strength was loud, but it changed everything. Mom, you will be in my heart forever and always. And heaven has gained an angel. I love you, Mom.
My greetings to everyone. Thank you all for being here. I want to pick up on something that my Uncle Furi, or Uncle Sagan said about my mom always keeping up her appearance and taking pride in how she looked. But I think what my mom also took pride in is how her heart was. My mom had a beautiful heart. She was very kind, she was very loving. And I think part of what I just said is part of the reason why I don't really want to be standing here. It means that I have to be saying goodbye to my mother. Oh, it's amazing in just a few hours or a few days. A change from my mom is at home and fighting. My mom is strong. My mom is trying. It's changed who my mom was. And I think for me, my mom was loving, nurturing, supportive, selfless, just patient, strong, compassionate, hardworking. I think if I had to ask the people sitting here today what my mom was like, it would be very similar words used. Uncle Furi, my brother, Naranjani, some of the messages, it was those words that describe my mom. She was also my rock. She was there for me, she was there for my brother, she was there for all of us. She was a devout wife to my dad, a loving mother to Gabs and I, a caring mother-in-law to Desh and Carrie, amazing grandmom to the little ones, and a strong elder sibling to her sisters. Today, I choose to celebrate my mom's life. And in doing so, I'd like to share some memories. And I think my earliest memory of my mom was when she made lunch for all of us, my brother, my dad and I. And my mom didn't just make lunch for us. She made 3 separate lunches to the specifications of each of us, what we eat and what we don't eat, how we like it. And she woke up every morning and did that. Did that for Dad when he went to work, did that for Gavin to go to school, and for me to go to school. And those of you who know us, Gavin and I don't have the same palates. Gavin likes different food, I like different food. My mom woke up every morning and did that for us. Now, growing up, I remember in my primary school days, the amount of effort that my mom puts into our schoolwork, the time that she spent, the effort, and how that translated into the good results that we got. I remember in matric, Mom would be staying up till late, I'd be writing my matric finals, and she'd be getting her prep done for the next day. I'm writing maths or science the next day, and I'm going to bed at 8, 9 o'clock. But she's up in the middle of the night getting her work done for school the next day. And that's how much of devotion she had for her school, for her work, and the love that she had for the children that she taught, not only her family, her love poured wherever she went. I remember children from the school. My mom taught a special needs school, and there were children whose families would send them home for a holiday to our home because they loved my mom so much. My mom loved to dance, and she loved to dance with my dad. And I always have this memory in my head. It's a kick, ball, step. I don't know what dance that's from or where it's from, but I remember them practicing this, and my dad would be like, kick, ball, step. They would move the stuff around in the house, move the tables aside, and they would practice their dancing wherever. And the smile on her face, the smile on my dad's face. My mom said my brother and I for swimming lessons. Today I learned why. Because she went for swimming lessons when she was younger. I was a little kid and I had to wear these blue Speedos, and I never enjoyed it, but I went to learn how to swim. My mom sent us for dancing lessons. One of my fondest memories of my mom is dancing with her. It's the cha-cha to the Casper slide. No, I can't remember the song. My Lady Soul. Cha-cha to My Lady Soul. Whenever that song came on at any family function, I would go to my mom and be, let's dance. I prepared something, but I left it aside because I wanted to speak from my heart. My mom's devotion and consistency, my mom's love, the way she kept herself, and the quiet strength, as my brother mentioned, has definitely brought me to the person that I am. And I feel sad I'm speaking to the crowd, my mom's right here, and I have to be strong. I really am not lost for words, but I love my mother. Thank you all for being here.
It is one of the important teachings of our religion, and that is the mother enjoys the top spot in a child's life. Mata, Pita, Guru, mother, father, the gurus who teach, spiritual gurus, and then God. God wants you to first respect your parents, mother, father. That's what we heard from Gavin and from Ganeshan. Again, a very small clip of a message that was sent to us from very dear friends, Leland and Kovil from Sydney, Kesu and Cheryl from Perth, Selvaran and Yvonne from from New Zealand, sending their deepest condolences to Neil and Vincent and the entire family. And the way they describe Molly is as a truly beautiful soul who's gentle and calm and peaceful, with a heart that reflects pure kindness. She has a rare way of making people feel valued and loved, and that warmth will never be forgotten. Thank you to the family in Australia and New Zealand. I don't know where your son is, but he's going to play a song that Vincent always played for Molly when she was in hospital. So this is a very special song that we're going to play a clip from. And thereafter we'll be inviting the siblings of Molly, Colin, Neelan, Vijay and Rochelle, who will be doing a tribute straight afterwards.
Your
Vincent, Vijay and Rochelle spent almost every day with Molly over the last 10 months. We thank the gods for them, for their strength and courage, commitment to love, resilience, to be able to be there for Molly. I recall seeing Vincent whisper to her how much he loves her and encouraging her to fight, and come back to us. But the gods have decided, as our Guru said, the gods ultimately decide our fate, and we accept. And we will find ways to accept that. And I invite the siblings to please come and offer your tribute.
Mothers hold their children's hands for a short while, but their hearts forever. Some of us are blessed to have many mother figures in our lives that hold our hands through life's journey. Molly Ma'am was a mother to me. She held us close to her heart, a patient and gentle person who could teach you the most difficult of things with the greatest of patience. She played a mother figure in many of our lives, teaching us to be independent and critical thinkers. Like a mother, she taught us vital skills that prepare and carry us through life's journey. I was a hostel resident who lived in Trenton's Park, Vedlo, and Molly Ma'am would fetch me from home on a Monday and drop me off at school and take me back home on a Friday. She would prepare a big lunch with many different dishes and invite my friends and I for lunch every December. Even after I finished school and volunteered to gain clerical experience, she fetched me every morning and took me back home in the afternoon. Any achievement of her pupils, even the smallest of things, brought her the greatest of joy. She was always willing to help and go above and beyond. I would like to extend condolences to our brothers and family. Join our thoughts and praise this different time. This different time. Forever in our hearts, celebrating enduring love, strength, and beautiful memories that you leave behind. This was just one of many tributes from Nat Naidu, among the abundant tributes that you all hear and flowing in. How beautiful, sister. One of these words and sentiments is testament to dear Molly as an embodiment of gentle power. Molly is the eldest of 5 siblings, born to globes and air. And today, as Ranjini said, after almost 62 years, their spirit is here to receive her back into their open, embracing arms. How proud they are of you, Molly, together with Vincent's parents, of the life that you have made here and learned more. Of everyone in our family, Molly followed closest to our mother's footsteps. Molly's softest voice and smile, her beauty and grace inside and out, her heart so kind and gentle, almost too good to survive the toughness of this world. Anyone us all with countless gifts of beauty, grace, and for me above all, the preciousness of life. While we will never be able to fill your big dancing shoes in this lifetime or dance life as graciously as you did, we will continue to be inspired by you in our hearts, where you will reside in each of our hearts for the rest of our life. And in tough moments, we will remember to be still and know that you are in our hearts. We will remember to be still and know. We will remember to be still. We will remember. You will be in our hearts every moment of the rest of our lives, Molly. Kovil, dear sister, love you so very much.
Good day, friends and family. Molly was my life. I fought with my husband many times because Molly was joined to my hip. As the medic in me, I know most of you know Molly's health journey, but I find it necessary to just give you a little bit more detail. Please pardon the medical jargon. I'll try and make it short and sweet. Molly and Neelan suffered dystonia, which we were not aware of. It was a genetic inherited condition. Neelan, clearly the more severe form, and Molly had started with the milder form as an educator. Her symptoms started with, obviously because of the teacher and teaching, she would have locked jaws, she couldn't speak, and the long hours of standing, her back lower muscles were compromised. Molly was boarded off, and we persuaded both Molly and Neelan to join us in Joburg. We succeeded with Molly, and thanks to Manson, they relocated, and we still trying with Neelan. Molly, after a year of being in Joburg, suddenly was in cardiac failure. We rushed her to hospital only to realize that she had a mitral valve regurgitation, basically a leaking valve. She was stabilized and discharged home, and thereafter we planned for surgery. This was about 3 years ago, and we thought we'd have a non-invasive surgery, which didn't work. She had to go for a first open heart surgery. The valve was replaced. This cardiologist told us it was, to quote him, a beautiful repair. Molly will be dancing soon. Unfortunately, 20 months later, the repair broke down. Molly was in failure again. Molly had to go back for second heart surgery, and this time they replaced her with a metallic valve. She still, as Ranjini said, conquered all adversities. Because of a metallic valve, she had to be on an anticoagulant, basically a butt thinner, and she was on warfarin, and she didn't like the tablet because my mum succumbed to brain hemorrhage because of warfarin. And Molly said to me, Vij, I don't like these tablets, I want an alternative. We spoke to the cardiologist, he said this is the first line treatment, this is the only treatment she has to take it. Molly was meticulous in checking her INR levels every week. Even if she was sick, we'd get a phlebotomist to come home and bleed her. She was so thorough with her dosaging. When the clinic would tell her whether she needs to increase, decrease, she would sit and set out her medication for the entire week, call me to check it, and she adhered to everything, all the visits. Sad to say that it is warfarin toxicity that Molly is where she is today. It breaks my heart that for somebody who told me she didn't want to be on warfarin, was so meticulous with warfarin, held my mum's hand when she was passing, but fought for 10 months to the date. She was admitted on the 21st of February. The day she didn't want to go to hospital, I said to Molly, I'm taking you just because you got such a severe headache. We didn't know what was happening. All the Panados you took is not working. Let's give you an IV Panado drip. Your headache settles and I'll bring you home. And she said, Vij, you promise me you're not going to leave me there. Don't pack a bag. I don't want to go to hospital. I promise you, you'll get a drip and I'll bring you home. I never brought my sister home until the 1st of December. I brought her home on the 1st of December because I knew she wanted to be home. And she spent 3 weeks with us at home. And exactly 10 months from the 21st of February to the 21st of December, Molly decided to rest. Molly, I'll carry you in my heart everywhere I go, everything I do. I haven't done any visits. Molly and I would love shopping. We have a Tuesday which is called Sisters' Day. But I've taken the Tuesday and dedicated it to Sisters' Day so we could go out and spend time with Molly. Sisters' Day will never be the same. Today is Tuesday, Mom. Today is Tuesday. And we stand here together. I love you, Mom.
Molly. A lot of people have come together, your friends, your family, a lot of people that have come to know you and have come to love you. I'm sure you've heard everything that everyone said about you, and that makes me absolutely proud to be your sibling. On behalf of us and everybody in the room, we bid you farewell. We will miss you, we will remember you, and we will love you always. Be well, Mom.
We should excuse Eden. We can understand as a sibling who's just so deeply emotional. But I think the rest of them have spoken. They've spoken for the love that they share amongst all of them. But myself and Kribben know that. And we respect the bond that they share and how they share the love so deeply. And I think there's many lessons for us that I hear. We now reach the final rituals that will be observed. We're going to try and see whether we can get the remaining people, if there's anybody remaining that hasn't paid their tributes. But we're first going to hand to our Guru to conduct the very important closing rituals in our presence. So I ask you to all join in this by remaining silent, and the family will now perform the rituals under the guidance of our revered Guru, Vishendra.
அன்பர்களுக்கும் தாய்மார்களுக்கும் சகோதர சகோதரிகளுக்கும் உங்கள் யாவருக்கும் இனிய அன்பான மதியான வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். My humble greetings once again to the bereaved family this afternoon. Like I mentioned at the residence, the Saint Manivanika says, பல்விருகமாகி பறவையாய் பாம்பாகி காடாய் மனிதராய் பெய்யாய் கண்களாய் வல்லசுரமாகி முனிவராய் தேவராய் சங்கமத்துள் எல்லா பிறப்பும் பிறந்தரித்தேன் எம்பெருமான் மெய்ய உன் புன்னடிகள் கண்ட வீடு உற்றேன். He explains to us that our soul travels for many lifetimes and many avatars, many reincarnations, from the lowest form of creation to this highest form, which is this human birth. And if you listen to all the speakers, there is no doubt that our loved one will receive moksha. In Sanskritam, Saraswati means the knowledge that flows. And if we look at our loved one today, and we look back on the life that our loved one has led, our loved one has been Saraswati for so many people. It's not about where we're going to start in life or where we're going to end, but it's the journey of life that determines of what character will you leave behind, what legacy will you leave behind, how we have touched one another in the time of need. So as we are about to conclude, let us send our loved one with love, with light and blessings, and let us take all the good characteristics and love it every single day. And this is how we'll be able to live in the memory and legacy that our loved one has left. So with that said, I'm going to humbly ask if you all can please rise as we do the concluding prayer. I'm going to ask the immediate family to please come forward. அம்மா எங்களுக்காக உயிரில்லையே, அம்மா வணங்காத உயரில்லையே, அம்மா எங்களுக்காக உயரில்லையே, அம்மா வணங்காத உயரில்லையே, நேரில் பேசுதெய்வம் எத்தராயன்று பேருண்டு அம்மா நடிக்காத உயரில்லையே, அம்மா கண்காத உயரில்லையே, அபிராமி சிவகாமி கருமாயி மகமாயி திருக்கோவில் தெய்வங்கள் நீடானம்மா, அன்னைகள் அன்றாட அபிஷேகம் அலங்காரம் புரிகின்ற சிறு தோன்ற நாடானம்மா, பொருளோடு புகழ் வேண்டும் மகளல்ல தாயே, அருள் வேண்டும் எனக்கின்ற அது போதுமே, அழுகின்ற பிறப்புண்டு அமைந்தாலும் நான் உந்த மகனாக விரைகின்ற ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் அம்மா ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் அம்மா ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் வருவாய் 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 அம்மா திருவே உருவாய் வருவாய் அம்மா இருளை அகற்றிட வருவாய் அம்மா இருளை அகற்றிட வருவாய் அம்மா குந்தன் அருளை பொழுந்திட செல்வராணி அம்மா உந்தன் அருளை பொழுந்திட செல்வராணி அம்மா வருவாய் 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 அம்மா திருவே முருவாய் மாரியம்மா கல்யாணி கருமாய் காமாட்சி கல்யாணி கருமாய் காமாட்சி மகாலட்சுமி மாரங்கி செல்வராணியும் நீயே மகாலட்சுமி மாரங்கி செல்வராணியும் நீயே வரலட்சுமி மாராயி விசனாட்சி நீயே வரலட்சுமி மாராயி விசனாட்சியும் நீயே உலகாளும் மாயே பரசக்தி தாயே உலகாளும் மாயே பரசக்தி தாயே அம்மா 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 ஓ அம்மா ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் 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 சொற்றுணை வேதியும் சோதிவானவன் பொற்றுணை தீருந்தடி போன்ற கைதோட சொற்றுணை வேதியும் சோதிவானவன் பொற்றுணை தீருந்தடி போன்ற கைதோட கட்டுணை பூதியா கடலில் பாசினும் கட்டுணை பூதியோ கடலில் பாசினும் கட்டுணையாவது நமச்சிவாயவே நமசிவாயவே பொருந்த கைந்தொட பொருந்த கைந்தொட நாம் பிணை தழுவிய நமச்சிவாயப்பது நாம் பிணை தழுவிய நமச்சிவாயப்பது கேட்டவல்லாதமக்கு இருக்கண் இல்லையே கேட்டவல்லாதமக்கு இருக்கண் இல்லையே கேட்டவல்லாதமக்கு இருக்கண் இல்லையே அறியாத மூர்க்கரோடு முயல்வேனே பத்திரவி அறிவித்து பழவிடங்கள் பாருவனம் சித்தமல அறிவித்து சிவமாகி என்னையாண்ட அத்தனக்கு அருளியவாறு ஆட்பெறுவார் ஆச்சோரே அத்தனக்கு அருளியவாறு ஆட்பெறுவார் ஆச்சோரே எல்லாம் நெறிதன்னை நெறியாக நினைவேனை சிறநெறிகள் சேரானே திருவருளே சேரும் வனம் குறியோன்றும் இல்லாத பூதந்தன் தூதயன அறிவன அருளியவாறு ஆற்றிடுவார் ஆற்றோரே செம்மை நட அறியாத சிறதொருவனும் தீவேனை உம்மை மட அறிவித்து முதலாய முதல் வந்தார் நம்மையுமோ பொருளாகி நான் செய்கை குறித்த அம்மையனக்கு அருளியவாறு ஆற்றோவே அம்மையனக்கு அருளியவாறு ஆற்றோவே. As all these put our hands together and pray to the Almighty Lord Shiva to grant our loved ones soul liberation, to give this family the strength and courage during this time of bereavement. We pray that by this afternoon's prayer, our loved one receives the peace and appeasement in order for our loved one's journey to begin. We pray that whatever unfulfillment that our loved one might have had during time on earth, we pray by this afternoon's prayer that our loved one reaches the kingdom of Lord Shiva, Sivalogam, and become the Arutperum Jodi, become the divine light of love, divinity, and guidance to the rest of the family. Om Shanno Indra Shankarunah Shanno Bhagavatyama Shanno Indro Brihaspatihi Shanno Vishnu Rugrama Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Varishami Rudam Varishami Satyam Varishami Tanmam Vadu Tadbhaktaram Vadu Avadumam Avadbhaktaram Selvarani KISTAN Syanam Avatvagnadhiyum Shantiyum Arudam Radhikirom Sahanavadu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinahaditamastu Mavidvijavadhi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namah 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 Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namah Arul Perum Jodi Tani Perum Karunai Tani Perum ஓம் நம சிவாய சிவாய நமः.
Ladies and gentlemen, as soon as the procession and the ceremony comes to an end, we request all of you to please remain with the rest of our family that will be here, and let's enjoy a meal together. I think there'll be lots of time for us to reflect on Molly's memories, as our Guru said. This is our time to do that. We will now proceed to the Brixton crematorium, where the ceremony will be concluded. Those that would like to attend can do so, but certainly the rest of the family will be invited for. The route that will be taken is the N17. I've been advised by the undertakers, so normally you would follow. If you can keep your lights on with your hazards, that will indicate to the rest of the traffic that we are proceeding to the crematorium. So those will join us there. The rest of us will remain behind and enjoy the meal together. We can unread, and thanks again for being here.
Araro, aniraro, araro, aniraro, araro, aniraro, araro, aniraro. என் தெய்வமே என் நம்மை கருணை காக்கும் தெய்வமே என் தெய்வமே காக்கும் என் தாய் உம்மை நீங்குமடா விரும்பி கருணை காட்டிட ஆனந்தமே ஆராரோ ஆரிரரோ ஆராரோ ஆரிரரோ லா 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 Om Nirchitambram. Locate please with our hands together. Om அப்பா நான் வேண்டுதல் தேர்தருள் புரிதல் வேண்டும் மானுயர தீரலாம் நான் அன்பு செயல் வேண்டும் எப்பாரும் எப்பதமும் எங்கிலும் நான் சென்று என்னை நற்புகழி எம்பீரல் வேண்டும் செப்பாடமை நிலைமேல் சுத்த சிவமாடும் தினந்தோங்க அருச்சோதி செலுத்திடல் வேண்டும் தப்பேனும் நான் செய்யும் நீ பொருள் வேண்டும் தப்பேனும் நான் செய்யும் நீ பொருள் வேண்டும் தலைவனை பிரியாத நிலைமையும் வேறுவனே அப்பா நான் வேண்டுதல் ஏத்தருள் புரிதல் வேண்டும் நான் உயரத்திலாம் நான் அன்பு செயல் வேண்டும் ஓம் எல்லா பிழையும் கருதா பிழையும் கசந்துருகி நல்லா பிழையும் இணையா பிழையும் நினைந்தெடுத்து சுல்லா பிழையும் விதியா பிழையும் தோதா பிழையும் எல்லா பிழையும் ஒரு தருவாய் கட்சியை கம்பனி என்னாடைய சிவனை போற்றி என்னாதற்கும் அறிவாய் போற்றி 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 இன்பமே சூழ்க எல்லோரும் வாழ்க ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய சர்வமங்கலமாங்கல்யே शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके नारायणी नमोस्तुते नमो नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात् येरुकुण्डलवला वेङ्कटरमणा वेङ्कटा वेङ्कटा गोविन्दा आगत्पाण्डवा नारक्षरा वेङ्कटा वेङ्कटा गोविन्दा तिरुमलवासा तिरुपति वेङ्कटेश्वरा वेङ्कटा वेङ्कटा गोविन्दा